2024 is the most important election for Jews in America in several generations. Never before has Israel's survival been so threatened. Never before have our college campuses been such hotbeds of hatred toward Israel and the Jewish people. Never before has anti-Semitism in the U.S. been so prevalent. Never before have American Jews felt so unsafe. This dramatic and dangerous turn has unfolded under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They claim to support Israel, but their actions tell a different story. They undermine Israel's ability to defend itself by withholding critical weapons. They foolishly negotiate with terrorist regimes, releasing billions of dollars that funds more terrorism. Harris supported the Iran nuclear deal that released funds to the Iranian government, leading to a wave of Iranian-funded terrorism. She has repeatedly criticized the Israeli military and pressured Israel to accept a ceasefire, undermining Israel's ability to defeat Hamas, win the war, and secure the release of the hostages. And she joined the anti-Israel radicals in Congress in boycotting Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech to Congress. Biden and Harris's bitter criticism of Israel has fueled the pro-Hamas anti-Israel mobs that have taken over our campuses, attacked and threatened Jewish students, disrupted classes, and spread anti-Israel and anti-Semitic hate. Kamala Harris is no ordinary Democrat. She has a long history of promoting radically liberal policies. As District Attorney of San Francisco, her soft-on-crime policies contributed to the city's decline into a crime-ridden, business-fleeing disaster. She advocated the same policies as Attorney General.
And yeah, I am radical. I do believe that we need to get radical.
Harris supports the Radical Squad and their efforts to defund the police and reduce penalties for criminals. She praised the protesters burning down our cities and even raised money for their bail. No surprise, Harris was ranked as our nation's most liberal senator by nonpartisan organizations.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke.
And no surprise, Harris folded to pressure from the left and the pro-Hamas crowd and picked Tim Walz, the far-left governor of Minnesota, as her running mate, rejecting the Jewish governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro. Walz has a troubling record of supporting the worst of the worst members of the squad, including the most vicious, anti-Israel and anti-Semitic member of Congress, Ilhan Omar. Walz has endorsed and supported this notorious squad member for years, championing her as a progressive leader in Congress.
Something I'll never get tired of saying, Congresswoman Omar, wonderful, doesn't that sound? When I'm having a tough day or I'm feeling kind of down and the world's pressing on me, I think Ilhan Omar's a congresswoman, and it just brightens you up, so thank you.
This is the same disgraceful Ilhan Omar who has trafficked anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, falsely accused Israel of genocide and apartheid, and voted against funding for the Iron Dome missile defense system that is currently protecting countless innocent civilians in Israel from terrorist rockets. And as governor, Walz was AWOL when rioters burned Minneapolis to the ground and signed a bill reducing prison sentences for violent criminals. Israel, Jews, and Americans should be very concerned about their safety if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are elected. It's a risk we need not take. When Donald Trump was president, the world was safer. Afghanistan and Ukraine were independent. The border was fortified. Israel was secure. He achieved this through strength and steadfast support for our military, forcefully confronting Iran, eliminating the terrorist Soleimani, and defeating the ISIS caliphate. Israel has never had a better friend than Donald Trump. The Abraham Accords, the greatest and most significant peace deal with Arab countries in a generation. Recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The list goes on and on. The record of Donald Trump is proven. He is the biggest defender of America's Jewish community and the most pro-Israel president in U.S. history. This is a critical election. The survival of Israel, our safety and security are at stake. Our future as Jewish Americans is at stake. We have a choice between a proven leader in Donald Trump, who kept us safe and secure, or Kamala Harris, a radical liberal who embraces the squad, has a far-left record, makes deals with Iran, and turns her back on Israel in a time of war. Or Donald Trump, who has our back. You may not like everything Donald Trump says and does, but Kamala Harris is too risky and wrong for the Jewish community. The choice is clear. Donald Trump for president. He will keep us safe, he will keep us strong, he will keep us secure.